Hey TPT sellers, here is today's controversial TPT SEO thought of the day. I have a case study that I think shows that keywords in the product description do not influence TPT SEO. Crazy, right? If you told me this last week, I'd 100% disagree with you because I've had lived experience where I published the ChatGPT resource. There were only 10 pages of search terms. At the beginning, it was at the bottom, maybe around page 8. And then if I talked about ChatGPT a lot in the product description, I jumped up to around page 5 or something. But in today's episode, I have an example. Here's my TPT Seller Ultimate Bundle. By the way, if you haven't bought this yet, but you watch the channel a lot, please buy this resource. It's only $6. The price can only go up. And when I publish the keyword research tool that we see in today's video, the price of the Ultimate Bundle will go up to $9.99. So the faster you get this resource, the faster you save money. My goal is to put so much content into this bundle that it's ridiculous how much you get for $6 right now. But anyway, in today's experiment, I took TPT Seller, that's the keyword that I was trying to rank for, and I removed it from the product description. If I go Control F, TPT Seller, you can see the yellow highlights. If I scroll down, here's the product description, and you can see I use TPT Seller a fair bit. So I made this TPT keyword ranking tool that I'm going to be publishing very soon. Basically, if I search for the keyword TPT Seller, and hit enter, it's red because it's loading the data from the internet, and then it pulls up the first 10 pages of the search results and it shows me where I rank. The Ultimate Bundle is right there. I can see that I'm on page 4 at the bottom, and if I just search for Fuchigami, here I am at the bottom. There's the Ultimate Bundle. So I'm looking for your feedback to find out where I went wrong in this experiment, or to come up with an alternate theory about how I could get the results that we see today. Here's the punchline. Basically, before the experiment, I was on page 5 in the middle, around position 111. I took out all of the TPT sellers from the product description, and I was still at the same position. And then I realized the search algorithm is also highlighting the word TPT, so it's considering the word TPT. So I took those out of the product description, and I decided to wait a full hour at 12:15 when I checked. I'm still on page 5 in the middle, rank 111. This morning, when I checked at 7:05, my page ranking had actually improved, and I'm now on page 4 at the bottom with a rank of 93. With 0 keywords in the product description, I improved. And I think I improved because of other factors like me updating the resource or other factors on my store. So I removed the keyword from the title, and the change didn't happen immediately. I was on page 4, rank 93, but 45 minutes later, I had disappeared from the top 10. Now, I might be on page 11. I just can't detect it with this tool. Regardless, my ranking had dropped without having the keyword in the title. So then I wondered if the keyword in the product description anywhere would be a ranking factor. And it might be. I just couldn't detect it. It didn't show up onto the top 10 pages. So I put the keyword at the bottom. At 8 o'clock, it's not in the top 10. An hour after the change, it's not in the top 10. It still might be improving. I just can't detect that change here. I put the keyword once in the first sentence because I've seen that before. I had a resource in an earlier episode this week where the keyword, it was in the snippet, but not in the title. And I thought that might be the issue. But 45 minutes after the change, I wasn't in the top 10. So then I published my product description the way I wanted to, and it has TPT in the product description 34 times. An hour later, I'm still not in the top 10. So then at 11:23 this morning, I put TPT Seller back into the title. Nothing happened immediately, but around 20 minutes later, I'm back in the same search position. So that tells me having the keyword in the title is a huge ranking factor. Maybe if you're a new store and a new product and you're not ranking at all, maybe having a lot of keywords might help you rank a little bit. But if your store is doing well and you have a store conversion rate that's boosting the SEO of all your products, I think keywords in the product description do not boost your TPT SEO. The biggest factor is the keyword in the title. So that's my TPT SEO thought of the day. Yesterday, I thought actually having a bunch of keywords would improve the rank. And that's why I call the episode Keyword Stuffing in the Product Description, but that's not how the experiment turned out. I was supposed to do a live stream tonight about artificial intelligence and TPT, but I'm just not there right now. So if you're okay with it, I think that's a topic that we'll probably cover at a different time. And my apologies to anyone who misses this and shows up to the live stream and I'm not there. So watch what I do with this keyword tool, because It'll give you ideas of the kinds of SEO research you can do with your products. And if you can see any holes in my thinking, let me know in the comments. My goal with every video is for you to walk away with one idea that you hadn't considered before. So the moment you learn something new, please hit the subscribe button. If you already subscribed to the channel, and half of you watching right now do, thank you so much. Can you like the video? It sends a signal to the YouTube algorithm to share it with other TPT sellers who haven't found our community yet. All right, check this out. Hey, TPT sellers, I'm about to update a product description, and I thought this is a good time to experiment with keyword stuffing, just to find out how that affects TPT SEO and the rankings. Back in the day, you used to just put a list of keywords at the bottom of your product description or your website. People used to stuff them inside of the meta information. Back in the day, this used to be something that Google looked at, and then obviously it's not something that Google uses anymore, because ultimately SEO is just a game of cat and mouse. Search engines are trying to produce authentic results, and we're trying to understand how the system works so that we can optimize our chances of showing up higher in the rankings. So I'm updating the product description in the Ultimate Bundle. A TPT seller recently told me that our email newsletters that we send out, it's not an announcement system. The email itself is a message. It's a platform to build a relationship with the person on the other side. So then I was sort of thinking, well, that's maybe true for everything. When I was responding to reviews today, it was an opportunity to have a little bit of a conversation with the TPT seller on the other side. So that's kind of cool. I don't know how people get my responses. It's a little bit of a mystery to me. I noticed when I updated the product description on my EduCircle site, I noticed that the last modified date changed. And I didn't used to think that that was a ranking factor, but now I'm sort of reinvestigating some of the things that I thought. So I put in today's update, and 39 TPT sellers have invested in this resource so far. Thanks for being part of the journey. I wanted to let people know who looked at this that the keyword ranking tool is coming. I remember from the internet learning this idea about email. At the beginning, you're sort of whispering that something is coming, and then you sort of tease and you show little pieces about things that you're working on. And then you start shouting when it's actually out there because you're trying to generate sales. And for me, I'm just trying to generate downloads, because when I publish the tool, it'll be free. And I say that because then I give legitimate reasons for people to follow my store or to join my email newsletter. I think if you just say, hey, join my email community, what's in it for them? Whereas join my email community, because that way you'll get this tool for free. Now, if you already have the Ultimate Bundle, if you're one of those 39 sellers who already got it, and hopefully you got it when it was $3, you'll get this for sure. So I'm trying to just create value for you. But then in my product description, I'm sort of explaining the process, because eventually it seems like $10 per month is the going rate for a keyword tool. So I'm going to charge $120 for that keyword ranking tool. But obviously I don't want you to spend $120 to get it. I want you to spend $6 right now to get the Ultimate Bundle, so that way you get all of the cool things that I'm putting out there. The difference, I think, is I know the TPT sellers who are coming to buy stuff. Or if I don't know you directly, I know TPT sellers like you, and I like you. So I'm trying to explain the reasons behind this. I remember from Influence the idea that if you ask for a request and then you give a because, people are more likely to comply with the request. And so I'm explaining why I think you should buy it now, because I'm going to raise the price to $9.99, because eventually the goal of this is to be $1 per resource. So then there is a natural, reasonable explanation about why you need to buy now. And that's because the price is going to keep on increasing. And then I add this idea here, hey, spread the word, rather than saying, hey, share this video with people. Well, why share this video with people? Well, spread the word, because this is a really good bundle. You want that keyword tool, and the faster you get the Ultimate Bundle, the more you'll save. But as I was writing this, I realized I use TPT Seller a lot. One of the things I have to do before I make any changes is back up my product description page. So I'm going to hit that Chrome extension to save it. And then I go to backup descriptions, TPT Store 2. My numbering has all changed, but I'm going to call this the Ultimate Bundle. And then I'm going to put a note in the file name before product description. Now I know if I type too much in here, it'll cause an error. So just double check that up here. It says done. Okay. And this is the file. Let's get that keyword tool because I want to see where this ranks right now and I want to see if things change. Right now it's available on the pro side. I hover over data tools and I click TPT keyword rank tool, and this is a one-click copy. So let's make a copy of this. And I've already read and accept the terms of service and the keyword ranking. Yeah, here it is, TPT Seller. I'm going to look for my store name, Fujigami. Let's allow access so the Google Sheet can access the internet. Here's the ultimate bundle. It's on the middle of page 5. So I'm going to copy that, Control C. I'm going to go to this tracking, which is under construction, and I'm going to go Control Shift V to paste. So there's my rank right now. Where does it say ultimate bundle? Let's just make this a little bigger. So there it is. TPT Seller. Here's the ultimate bundle. Oh, and I have some information from before. So before, the ultimate bundle was 5 at the top. Oh, that's interesting. It's dropped position in a day. Maybe the halo effect from sales have started to disappear. Who knows how the magic of this works? What I'm interested to see in the old product description, I'm going to just edit this old one. I still have my new one in that other tab. I'm going to go Control A to select everything, Control C to copy it. I'm going to type docs.new just to open up a new Google Doc. I'm going to go Control V to paste it in here. And now I'm going to go Control F and I'm going to type TPT Seller. And TPT Seller shows up 14 times. Let's close this old version. And here's the one that I'm about to update to. It says Thursday, April 11th. I'm just going to go Control A, Control C to select everything. I'm going to open up a new Google Doc. Docs.new. I'm going to go Control V to paste it in. And if I go Control F, TPT Seller, it shows up 21 times. So let's write that down. So the question is, does adding it 7 more times change its ranking? Let's find out. I'm going to update this resource. Nothing has changed, so I don't need to send a note to buyers. Let's hit submit. And just for fun, let's go to keyword ranking. Now I need it to go back to red to actually load. So I'm going to change this word. Just going to get rid of it and hit enter, and that'll force everything to load again. Now I will type TPT Seller and hit enter. It's red for loading and it's loading it up here. Did anything change? TPT Seller Tips and Tricks Ultimate Bundle rank is 111. I'm just going to go Control C and I will paste this in here. So it didn't change. I thought it might have, but it didn't. So I'm going to now try an experiment where I'm going to delete. Oh, wait, maybe I'm going to save the page, save the HTML. Okay. Now, I don't want to actually lose this, so I'm just going to go edit listing, and I'm just going to leave it here sort of as a backup. Now, as long as I don't close that page or touch that page, I can just save this, and it'll save the file that I currently have. So on the other side, here's the ultimate bundle. I'm going to edit listing, and now I'm going to get rid of everywhere that it says TPT Sellers. So what will I call it? I'll just say Hey Teachers. 2, 3, 18. 19, 20, I think that's it. I'm going to update it here. It's going to get rid of all the TPT sellers in the product description. I'm not going to take it from the title because I think that has a different weight. Let's hit submit. I feel nervous because I'm messing up my resource, but I have the other tab open with the actual product description that I want. So here's my updated product description with 0 keywords. There's no TPT seller. Let's see if this affects the rank. It may not. Now I'm not sure anymore. I'm so positive that when I came out with my ChatGPT critical thinking resource around Christmas time, I feel adding the keyword produced results instantaneously. So let's get rid of this search keyword. It goes red because it's loading. It's loading up the search page without any keywords. And now I'm going to type TPT seller. So it's loading again. It's in red and it's finished loading. And so, nope, it's still on the same page. Page 5 middle. If I go Control F, Fujigami. So it's interesting because, oh, see, it's also pulling up TPT, which is highlighted here. That's interesting. So I haven't gotten rid of all the TPTs because it's looking for TPT and it's looking for the word seller. That's good to know. But I can see here in the product snippet, it's pulling up Hey Teachers instead of Hey TPT Sellers. I'm just going to write that this is 1107. I'm going to put here 0 keywords. So let's change the color. Wow, this is really disappointing. I thought I could have sworn that changes happened instantaneously, but now that I see TPT search is highlighting the word TPT, I'm going to get rid of TPT entirely. Mike, are you trying to make your resource worse on TPT search? Yes, I am. For science. Let's go down the rabbit hole of trying to destroy this resource to not show up for TPT sellers. So now I'm going to get rid of the words TPT. Out of curiosity, how many times does it say TPT? 13 times. Okay, so let's get rid of 13 TPTs. All right, 1, 2, 12, 13. Do you think it's going to change the ranking? At this point, I'm thinking it probably won't. It doesn't seem like it will. Kind of disappointed by that. I'm going to hit submit. Here's my new resource. I'm just going to edit the listing. Control A and Control C to copy the product description. Let's create a new Google Doc, docs.new. Let's paste in. And then if I go Control F for TPT, the answer is 0. So in this new version, my product description does not say TPT or TPT seller. Let's see if I rank. Here's my keyword ranking tool. Let's delete TPT seller. And that forces the page to reload. Google Sheets has a limit to how many times it can access the internet. The magic number is 50 formulas that can call the internet. Each keyword search requires 10 page loads. So in theory, I can do 5 keyword research questions. And then after that, it should start to slow down because Google Sheets will impose a limit. But let's see if I can do this. TPT seller. Let's hit enter. It's red. It's loading. There we go. It loaded. Oh, no, nothing's changed. That's disappointing. All right, so I'm going to put 0 TPT. Okay, let's try something dangerous. I will come back in 1 hour because I know that after 30 minutes, the caching, the saving of the rankings, that kind of stuff gets updated. Right now it is 11:12 p.m. I will come back at 11:45 p.m. and see what happens. All right. Moment of truth. It is 11:52 on Thursday, April 11th. It's been half an hour. Here's the keyword ranking. I need to reload the data. So I'm going to get rid of the keyword. That turns all of these results to red. Now I'm going to type TPT seller. I'm going to hit enter. It's red because it's loading the data. Oh, it did not change. I'm disappointed. Maybe I haven't waited long enough. Should I wait a whole night? That's crazy. I would have thought that this would have had a change. All right, so I am going to play with fire. It is 11:54 p.m. I'm a little bit nervous about losing my product description here, so I'm just going to copy it. Now, I actually have a product listing that says coming soon. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in here. Just call it temporary holding spot for Ultimate Bundle product description. I could copy this into a Google Doc, but when you copy and paste from Google Doc into the TPT product description editor, things get messed up and weird things happen with formatting. And I could get it from my saved HTML file, but that's an emergency backup. So I'm just going to save it in here. Now this resource is not active. So here it is, the coming soon temporary product description. So that means if my computer breaks and shuts down, I haven't lost the information. I am going to try. Oh, wow. I'm going to just leave it. Let's see what happens. I'll come back tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. Sometimes I stay up way past my bedtime, but science. It's been over an hour. And the reason why I think an hour might be a magic number is because somewhere it says when you update it, it can take an hour for your results to show up. Let's delete the keyword. So that resets the results. They all go red. Now I'm going to type TPT seller, hit enter, and nothing has changed. It's still rank 111. That is a mystery. Maybe keyword density isn't an issue. Maybe it's just, yeah, here's the keyword, found it, and then everything else is just metrics, like store metrics, page views. By the way, if you're curious why I was staying up, it's because I'm working on this dashboard. Doesn't it look cool? Now that I know that store conversion rate is probably a thing. This is just based on the product stats CSV, paid versus free page views. And I can see like, oh my gosh, most of my units downloaded are the red are free resources. But yeah, and my conversion rate, my conversion rate for free resources, I have a 61% conversion rate, but my paid resources, I have a 3% conversion rate. But my overall store conversion rate is 30%. So it makes me wonder if free resources play into this store conversion rate. This will come out on a free seller tool. This will be free when the update is out. I'll be interested to see what your experiences are like with your store stats. All right, bedtime. It's 7:05, Friday, April 12th. It's in the morning. Let's see if my keyword ranking has changed. I believe I have 0 keywords in here. Let's delete the keyword to reset it. Whoa, wait a second. No, what am I looking at again? The Ultimate Bundle. Oh, this automatically updates every hour because of the way the formula works in Google Sheets. So I'm at rank 93 here. Okay, let's just refresh this page. I'm reloading it. I'm forcing it to reload the information. So I cleared it. And now I'm going to put back TPT Seller. Now the TPT Ultimate Bundle. Interesting. Let's copy this. This is the Ultimate Bundle that I'm playing with. And the Ultimate Bundle, so I improved. I went from page 5 in the middle to page 4 at the bottom. I wonder if that's because I'm just updating it. And so it's just detecting like, hey, you're updating it. Unless I've made sales, but I don't think I've made any sales. Let's just highlight this for a second. Wow, fascinating. If I go to my dashboard, oh, I did make sales yesterday, April 11th. So maybe that's what's causing the boost in here. Tricky. This whole keyword thing is baffling to me because I would have thought the keywords in your product description matter, but so far it's not. Okay, so I'm in the Ultimate Bundle. If I go Control F, there's no TPT in the product description. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to get rid of TPT Seller in there. What will I call it? I'll call it Teacherpreneur because then it's still teacher. Oh, no, because then it has teacher in there. TPT Seller. No, teacher is fine. Teacherpreneur. Oh, I wonder if every time I update this is showing up on people's feeds. All right, so Teacherpreneur. And in fact, now it's Friday, April 12th. And units sold all time. 39 units sold. Oh no, that's what I had last time. So I haven't sold any more than when I started this experiment. So then it must be the changes that I'm making that's updating the ranking, maybe. Product is under construction. I'm updating the numbering system and doing an experiment with keywords in the product description because I don't want someone to leave a review. What's going on? It's not clear. Let's hit submit. Let's go to my dashboard. Let's just save the product stats. Actually, you know what? I'll do a proper update here. So this says Teacherpreneur. So let's save this page. I'm going to copy that URL. So this goes up in my backup descriptions, TPT Store 2, Ultimate Bundle, no keyword, title, body. Let's add a note in my event log. Here's a link to the product. Ultimate Bundle, remove TPT and Seller from product description and title. I save the file. I'm going to download my product stats now. The thing with the product stats CSV is it's not updated live like the sales report is. So if I was to check my product stats in an hour, it may not have changed because the system hasn't updated the file. So I did save the product stats CSV. I did the task. Let's submit this. What do we think is going to happen here? Pause the video, leave a comment. I removed TPT Seller from the title. And now if I search for TPT Seller, I don't think it's going to show up in the list anymore because it's not in the title. In a previous experiment, I saw that when I changed the title, that changed immediately was reflected in the search listing in the snippet, but it wasn't counting towards TPT search because the keyword wasn't highlighted. But I've removed the word, so I don't think it should show up at all because what's it going to highlight? It might show up just because it remembers the position of where it's going to be. So let's see what happens here. Let's go back to the keyword ranking tool. Let's get rid of the keyword TPT Seller. It's reloading the results here in red. So it's just going to the search. Wow, there's 9,200,000 TPT search results. Now I'm going to type in the keyword TPT Seller. Red means it's loading. Now it's loaded. Wow. So it says Teacherpreneur Tips and Tricks Ultimate Bundle. Even though it has no TPT Seller or keywords in there, it just remembers the position. So this is 714. I should probably put in here, removes TPT Seller from title. Earlier, there was 0 TPT or seller in product description. But what I'm guessing is because I'm actively updating the product description, I went from page 5 middle to page 4 bottom. So I moved up a little bit. Now my guess is in a half hour, because that's how long it took last time. So I'm going to guess at 7:45. If I check again, I'm going to guess that the Ultimate Bundle doesn't show up at all because there are no keywords. Unless it shows up because my store name has TPT Seller. Oh, okay. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happens. Do I think it's going to show up because my store name has TPT Seller? Yeah, it might. The position should change because earlier this week I saw if I didn't put the keyword in the title, the position was lower. So we'll see what happens. See you in a bit. All right, it is 8:02. It's been over half an hour. Let's find out if my ranking has changed, if the algorithm has updated its cache. Here's the keyword ranking. Oh, it disappeared. And the keyword tool automatically updated. I'm going to force the update right now, but that's kind of cool because the TPT keyword ranking tool automatically sort of monitors and it updates once an hour. Let's just get rid of this TPT seller tool. Let's refresh the results. The results are red. They're loading. Now let's type TPT seller tool or TPT seller. And the ultimate, it's not there. Okay, this is awesome. I mean, it's not awesome, but it's awesome because, you know, science. I don't even know. I'm going to put it in here. Not in top 10. That's just what I'll do. I'll just write that down there. Here's my next experiment. I'm going to put the keyword once at the bottom of the product description to see if that'll put it in. I thought it had to be in the product snippet, like the introduction snippet, but let's find out here. So I'm going to edit this listing. I'm going to put the exact keyword. I'm not going to put a variant. That'll be a different experiment. TPT seller happens once in the product description. Let's save this. It's 8:07. Let's force this to reload. It's right here on the side. And then let's put TPT seller, hit enter. Does it show up? The ultimate bundle does not show up yet. I didn't expect it to because it's too fast. Let's come back in a couple of minutes. All right, it's 8:23 a.m. Let's see if having the keyword at the bottom of the product description shows up. Here's keyword ranking. It hasn't shown up yet, but maybe I have to force a reload because it's only been 15 minutes. And I don't think the Google Sheet checks within 15 minutes. So let's type in the keyword TPT seller, hit enter, and it's still not in yet. Now, is it not in yet because the cache hasn't changed and the search results haven't updated? Or is it not in yet because the keyword isn't in the title, therefore it doesn't know that it's important? I'm going to check back in an hour. Let's document this 15 minutes after the change and it still doesn't show up in the search. So it's not in the top 10. Wow. So maybe keywords don't matter. At least once you have, maybe what it is in the beginning when you have no stats, it looks at the keywords to find out where it should be to give it a little bit of a boost. But once you have some stats, it's really looking at the title. Well, let's find out. See you in a bit. Okay, I am giddy with excitement because I am making my Canva covers for my products, and I realized a better way to create a one-click link that goes directly to the page to review your TPT product. It is crazy. What this means is we can put a link in our PDF to say, hey, click here to leave a review, and it'll take you directly to this page to leave a review on that specific product. Okay, yeah, my heart is racing. Yeah, that's a cool find. All right. While we're on the topic of review, someone was asking me where that note to buyers actually shows up. It shows up on your My Purchases page. So here it says, thanks for your patience with the update message. All right, back to some data science. It's 9:12. So it's an hour after I put the keyword TPT seller once in the very bottom of my product description. Let's see if it shows up on TPT search. Here's my keyword ranking tool. I'm going to get rid of this to clear the search results. I'm going to type TPT seller. And does the ultimate bundle show up in here? The answer is no. Just copy that down. It's not in the top 10. Now the next experiment, if I edit the ultimate bundle and instead of saying TPT seller at the bottom, I'm going to put it in the snippet that shows up in search results, which is generally the first sentence or two sentences. So I'm going to put here, hey, TPT sellers. This means the only place I have the keyword TPT sellers, I don't have it in my title, but I have it in the first sentence of my product description. Let's hit submit. I'm going to save it in my log. Save the HTML. This is the data log. I'm going to paste the link. Event log is ultimate bundle testing keywords. I only put the TPT seller once in snippet. Did I save the HTML? Yes. Have I saved the product stat CSV? Yes, I saved it at 7:12. So I'm going to say not applicable. I did the task and I'm going to hit submit on this. So I'm just keeping track of some of the changes. So here's the ultimate bundle and TPT seller shows up in the first sentence. This is 9:16. I put keyword once at top of product description. Let's go to keyword ranking. Let's clear this keyword just to reset the search. It's red, so it's resetting. And now I'm going to type TPT seller. It's red, so it's loading. And it doesn't show up yet, but I wouldn't expect it to. I would expect it to show up in in 30 minutes. My theory right now is if the keyword is either in the title or the introduction snippet, it counts. That's what I think. Let's see what happens. I have to record this. It was not in the top 10. I have other resources that are showing up, but not the ultimate bundle. So I'll be back in a bit to see where the results are. All right, it's been 45 minutes. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to check to see what happens if I have TPT sellers in one spot, the product description, first line. Let's go to the keyword ranking page. I'm looking to see if the ultimate bundle shows up in the keyword ranking. It doesn't. And I think this might have auto updated. So let's just get rid of TPT seller here. It's loading in red. Let's put it as TPT seller. Does the ultimate bundle show up? No, it doesn't. So does this mean that keywords don't matter in the product description after a certain point? Is that what this means? Let's just record this. The ultimate bundle is not in the top 10. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's sort of wrap this experiment up. I'm going to put TPT seller in here 21 times. Actually, I really should be counting TPT because it seems to think TPT is a keyword here. So TPT shows up here 34 times, but not in the title. All of this to update the product description. So I'm going to go back here to the original version. Let's just see how many times it sold. Units sold all time 39. And this is for the ultimate bundle. Oh, I have a sold. What sold? How to create a direct download link. That's sold? Why would you buy that if, oh, because it's cheaper than the ultimate bundle right now. Oh, yeah, I guess so. That's cool. So I guess now I have to check. Oh man, how frustrating. Okay. So it's really only sold 38 times. Oh, I've got to update that now. 38 TPT sellers have invested in this resource. I'm going to get rid of TPT seller and I'm just going to put Teacherpreneur. Here we go. Teacherpreneur tips and tricks is the title, ultimate bundle. Let's update this product. I don't have TPT or seller in the top title, but I have TPT 34 times in the product description. So right now it is 10:07 a.m. I don't expect it to be there right now because in previous experiments when I've done this, it takes about 15 or 30 minutes to show up in the search results for a change in the title to change the position. Maybe in the past when I thought I was adding keywords and it was the keywords that was bumping it up, maybe what was bumping it up was just activity that was updating the product and therefore it was ranking higher. Man, so many little pieces to the puzzle. Let's look at the keyword ranking. I'm going to get rid of the TPT seller keyword. It's reloading here. And now let's put TPT seller. I can see that it's red in here. It doesn't show up as expected. So what I'm expecting is in 15 minutes, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to expect it to be where it was before, which is going to be rank 93. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's 11:18. It's been an hour since I put in TPT seller in the product description a whole bunch of times, but not in the title. I'm going to go look in the keyword ranking to see if it showed up. My guess is no. My guess is that the keyword has to be in the title. Let's find out. Keyword ranking. And yeah, it didn't load in there. So just to confirm, I'm going to delete the keyword. That will force the Google Sheet to reload a bunch of pages. I'm going to ask it to reload TPT seller as my search term. It's reloading it. There we go. So I only have 2 products in this keyword in the first 10 pages of the search results. The ultimate bundle is not there. Let's go to the ultimate bundle. And instead of saying Teacherpreneur, let's say TPT seller tips and tricks, ultimate bundle by Mike Fuchigami. Let's save this, submit it. Now it says TPT seller tips and tricks. I will document this in my system. If I was a brand new seller, I would not document any of this stuff. I would just create until I figured things out and started to get sales. But if I'm a TPT hamster or a hawk and I'm cranking out resources, yeah, I would document stuff because I forget what I changed so quickly. If you're just beginning, just move the needle, get products out there. Backup descriptions, TPT store 2, ultimate bundle, title plus product description. It's saved okay. Gonna go to my form, the TPT seller keywords in the title and the product description 34 times. I did save the page, not applicable for the products.csv because I did it and I did this personally, hit submit. My guess is it won't show up in the search results yet because the system, I think, caches the results for 15 minutes. Let's delete this to make sure that it's not actually in the search results. TPT seller, all right? So even though TPT seller is in the title, it takes the system about 15 minutes to detect that it's in the title. I wonder what's the shortest amount of time that we can detect a change. Anyway, 11:18, it was not in the top 10. At 11:23, put TPT Seller in title. TPT Seller is already in the product description. When I checked it at 11:23, it was not in the top 10, but my guess is in 10 minutes, it will be. So let's see what happens. It's the last leg of the experiment. Here's what the Ultimate Bundle looks like. TPT Sellers in the title, as well as a bunch of times in the product description. If I go to the keyword ranking, it's 20 minutes after I last checked, 11:42. Please be there, please be there. And it's not there. The Ultimate Bundle's not here. Let's just clear the searches. Maybe it's just Google Sheets hasn't auto-updated. And now let's type TPT Seller, hit enter, Ultimate Bundle. And yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's see what the rank is. It's 93. And what was it before I started playing with all of this? 93. Okay, so what did I learn? Because we've done this a lot and I've stopped so many times. I learned that adding keywords into the product description didn't make a difference at all. From an SEO perspective, what made the difference was the keyword in the product title. Now, from a human perspective, from a sales psychology perspective, if I go to the search result, so page 4 at the bottom, that's so interesting here. So the search term is TPT Seller, as you can see up there. And if I scroll down to the bottom area, there I am. So TPT Seller singular gets highlighted, but TPT Sellers plural did not get highlighted. And then TPT singular got highlighted because that's one of the words. Yeah, so interesting, right? They must have a bank of related words. I wonder if they're doing it manually because I think a computer would know singular and plural were related, right? I don't know. Yeah, brain hurts. What I learned was for an established product, or maybe a product I don't actually know anymore, but what I learned was on Friday, April 12th, you do not need to have the keyword in the product description. That seems kind of controversial. Maybe you do when you first publish it, but this has been published for a while. And so changing the number of times that the keyword was in the product description did not matter in TPT SEO rank at all. What mattered was putting in the keyword into the title. If the keyword wasn't in the title, it didn't show up in the search, which seems odd because I have another example from yesterday or the day before where the keyword wasn't in the title, but it was in the snippet and it showed up. Maybe back at 10 o'clock this morning when I put TPT in the product description a whole bunch of times, but not in the title. Yeah, maybe that's gotta be it. Like maybe it's a boost. So maybe what it is because it wasn't in the title, it didn't show up in the top 10. It still was somewhere ranking, but I just couldn't detect it. Yeah, that's probably it. The moral of the story, the takeaway from all of this experimenting is you've got to put the keyword into the product title. That's a huge boost. Let me know in the comments what I missed or something that you noticed, and we'll see you next time.